What up, world? It's your woman. Okay, today, oh my gosh, y'all, the enemy is has was really trying to stop this video from coming out. Okay, like for real, like one of my um one of my little friends just called and she was on the phone and she was just talking about all this drama. And I'm just like listening, and like next thing you know, a whole hour went by, and I got people like just calling and texting. I put my phone on airplane mode because it's like that in them people didn't even reach out. It's been all morning and all of a sudden it came to me to make this video, and then my phone just started going crazy. So I was like, let me hang up, girl, I'm gonna call you back and I need to make this video, okay? Because a lot of videos have been on my heart. A lot of videos have been on my heart, but this one um needs to come out right now. Okay. So let's get into it. Um, so first I want to clear up something because I was watching my last video and I was like, all of this stuff is kind of new to me. This stuff about the Bible and how it's been like scattered about by the enemy and how they only gave us a part of it. There's actually more books. So it's like the Bible is like ancient texts that were seized from the Israelites when they were captured and went into captivity. Okay, so when the slave masters found all these books and all these ancient texts amongst them, they just, grabbed them from them and said, okay, we're going to take out this part, this part, this part. We're going to take out this part. We're going to put this part. We're going to give them back this part, and we're going to tell them that we're God and that God is Santa Claus, or we can't let them see this as the generations, the older generations die off and stuff like that. We can control more because the younger generations definitely don't know this stuff. So that's what they did, man. Okay, and the Bible is the truth. If you begin to read it and you start to see, first of all, you can't find no lie in it. Okay, you can't find no lie, and second of all, everything that's in it is happening, and there's evidence of like the geographical locations of all the stuff that's happened in the Bible. Like it's the truth concerning mankind, concerning the world, concerning the past, present, future, and concerning the creation of the world and God and humanity. Okay, so and spirituality and what's really going on. Okay, and if you start to read the other books, okay, I'm telling you, you're gonna want to get a tent and go outside and look up at the sky, and you're just gonna be like, okay, like you're just gonna really feel more in tune with the spirit realm. You're gonna look at people different. You're not gonna want to be doing all this crazy stuff that these people are out here doing. You're gonna be like, a one night stand is so dangerous because you could be with Satan. Okay, because Satan has the ability to form into a person. He has the ability to possess a person. It's the spirit realm. Okay, for real, no lie. Demons. Oh my gosh, it's just very 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 deep. Okay, so I want to clear up something. Okay, the book of Jasher is not in the Apocrypha. Okay, the but they all still go together. Okay, they all still go together, and there's all these different testaments that other people wrote too, but they took them out, and when you read them, you can see why they took them out. So today, I'm going to talk about the Testament of Abraham because it's just really interesting. And they, when I read it, I feel like they don't want you to know how much God concerns you as an individual. Okay, that's what I see. Okay, because the story goes like this. Okay, and it's like they scatter the story about and put some over here and put some over here, but you gotta find it and piece it together. Okay, so we're gonna talk about Abraham. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what I get from reading the story and what I believe is the truth. Okay. Okay, so Abraham was the son of some guy. His father's, I keep forgetting how to say his father's name, but I think it starts with a T. It was Terah or something like that. Okay, so Abraham was his son. All right, and his father Terah. We're just gonna say Terah. All right, I might not be saying it right, but it's Terah. Okay, his father made idols. He made these wooden gods out of wood and stone, and he sold them to people. Okay, he said that these are gods. All right. So when Abraham was 50, see the way that they tell the story, it sounds like Abraham was a little boy. He might have been, the age was different back then. Age was different. Okay, they're gonna use this age thing to try to bring in pedophilia. Okay, see, like for instance, Mary, she got pregnant with Christ when she was 13. All right. So, but their 13 is not our 13. All right. People was back then was living to be 900 years old and stuff like that. And like Rebecca and Isaac. Isaac was 30 when he married Rebecca. Rebecca was 10. Okay. I think King Solomon was like 8 years old when he became king. All right. So I'm looking into the age thing, but it in the book of Jasher, it does specifically say, do not let the fact that do not let something about the age make you think that it wasn't true. And it says because the food was different, the times was different, a lot of things was different back then when it came to age. Okay, so y'all don't let these people tell y'all that you can go sleep with a child, because God, man, you see what happened when they legalized pedophilia in California, talking about you can sleep with a 15-year-old. The whole state caught on fire, okay? Because that's a sign from the Most High, all right? So don't even, no, leave them kids alone, all right? Anyway, so Abraham was 50 years old, and he started to question these gods that his father was making. Little stuff was happening, like they would tip over, fall in the fire, and he'd be like trying to feed him, and he was like, you don't want to eat your food? Why are you not eating this food that I made from you? Like, how can you be a god? You're over there knocked over. And this is the funny part, and he was like, his dad was praying for his food. Well, hold up, one of the gods fell over and burnt up in the fire. Okay, a little wooden god. Okay, and Abraham's dad made himself some food, and he was at the table, and he was praying to another wooden god for his food. And Abraham said, why don't you pray to the other God? He's the one that threw himself in the fire to make your food. Like, he was like always mocking them and stuff, and like throwing them in the river, and trying to see if they can save themselves. Can you save yourself? How can you be God? How can you make this universe and make humanity if you can't even save yourself from drowning? Like, he used to be out there just questioning these gods that his father was making. So the Most High saw that, and the Most High reached out to him and was like, you in your soul, in your heart, God used to talk to people directly from the sky, audio, and I believe that this God can do anything. He can do anything. And I don't know everybody in this world. I don't communicate with everybody in this world, but I'm pretty sure there's a person in this world that has heard the Most High, because the Most High is connected with me. Okay, he be doing stuff like he be doing stuff, man. Let me tell y'all, he be doing stuff. Okay, I watched this YouTube channel, and there's this guy. His name is it's called Ross Kitchen. And there's this guy, he's a Jamaican, and he has like a cooking show and an Airbnb business. And he had this big tall marijuana tree, that he's always smoking marijuana. And he had the tree, and it was growing up the side of his house. And there was a storm, and the tree got struck right in half. And he was like, it just seemed like it just struck him, because he was like, like just in awe how the tree was struck like that. Out of all the trees all around, that particular tree was struck clean in half like that. So stuff like that be a sign of the Most High. Like, I was at work the other day, and I was telling this man that he shouldn't be eating that pork sandwich, because he was eating a ham sandwich that he got out of a vending machine. And I was like, man, you shouldn't be eating that thing has parasites in it. And he was like, man, I'm gonna eat my ham sandwich. And he took it out the pack, and it just fell on the ground. It was like an angel just knocked it out of his hand, and I was like, "Oh, that's a sign. That's a sign." And he was like, "What, man? God made dirt don't hurt, but he still didn't eat it because it fell in a place where people sit all the time." And then they give us like food at work sometimes. So sometimes we'll have like Chick-fil-A, and they'll have chicken sandwiches, and they'll also have sausage sandwiches. And he was like, "See, I'm finna go get me some swine right now, because I'm finna get me one of them sausage sandwiches. I'm finna get me one of them sausage sandwiches. I ain't finna be stopped for me and my swine." And I was like, "Go ahead." So he went up there, and there wasn't even no sausage sandwich there. So, the Most High be giving signs all the time, but the thing is, people are distracted by Satan. They're distracted by his TV, by his music, by his media. I hate when like I'm debating with somebody. Sometimes they always refer to a TV show. Always, because the TV shows have the ideas of Satan in them. So it's like they can't even think for themselves no more. When they get into a debate, they be like, "Have you ever seen this show? Have you ever seen Handmaid's Tale? Have you ever seen Handmaid's Tale? Have you ever seen No, I never seen none of that. You can't think for yourself. You don't have the answer, and you're up here spitting out the enemy's ideas, and that's the reason why you think that the Most High don't exist. Okay, but you're wrong. Okay, you're really wrong. Okay, so anyway." Abraham would be mocking the gods and stuff, and one day he just got fed up, and he just took a hammer, he took an axe or something, and just started slashing all the gods, right? So his father was outside, and he heard what happened. He heard all the noise, okay, and then he came back in, and he was like, "Abraham, what you doing? Like why you up here destroying my gods?" Right? Because Abraham took the axe and put it in the tallest god, to make it seem like that god was the one that destroyed all the other ones. Okay, so Abraham told a lie. Not that lying is good, lying is bad. Okay, thou should not lie. You shouldn't lie, because the devil's a liar, and whenever you lie, you make yourself a child of the devil. As a matter of fact, lying is so bad that lying actually literally takes time off of your life. Okay, you can Google that, because the vibration that's coming out your mouth is going against the positive vibrations. It's going against the positive energy. So it's like that's the reason why you feel bad when you lie. Okay, because it's killing you. Okay, to be a liar. All right, and all liars will have their place in the lake of fire. Okay, so we can't be out here lying. We can't be telling men that they're women when they're really men. That's a lie. Okay, I'm not gonna. Don't. I'm not. Man, y'all know I will get into something else so quick, but I'm gonna try to stick with the subject. Okay, nobody gonna get me to tell no lie. Okay, I'm. If I do, it's like, because I used to lie all the time. So it's kind of like compulsive, where I just try my best not to tell no lie. Okay, for real. All right, because it's serious. All right, I don't want to be no lie in the lake of fire. Okay, if something happened, I'm gonna tell you the truth. If I feel a certain way, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Okay, I'm gonna tell the truth. All right. So, uh, where was I? Oh yeah. So, um, what's his name? Tyr. He went to the king. Okay. Because yeah. Wait, no. Let me go back. Okay, because he asked Abraham what happened, and Abraham said, well, I came in here with some food, and the gods was fighting over it. So the biggest god took the axe, and he slashed all the smaller gods. And then his father knew he was lying, because those gods don't move. So he was like, "Why are you in here telling this lie? You the one that destroyed all these gods." And Abraham was like, "Man, Dad, listen, okay. Why do you even make these things? Why do you call these things gods? How are they gods? They don't do nothing. Okay, they can't save themselves. They can't do anything. God is God. Because I think by that time God had spoken to him. That's the reason why he did that. Now see, I saw the story of Abraham on TV, and the way they did it, they just made it seem like Abraham went straight from destroying the gods to getting ready to sacrifice Isaac. Okay, they skipped all of this. They skipped all of this part right here. Okay, now, Abraham destroyed his father's gods. All right, and he was talking about how God is God, because Abraham was really looking for God. Because also during that time he was like, you know what? Since these gods are not gods, I'm gonna go find God. Okay, I wonder if the what is it? I wonder if the sun is God. He was like, the sun can't be God, because because like he was thinking, because it goes down like it's not up all the time, and it's like the moon can't be God because the moon is light from the sun, and the moon is not up all the time, and it doesn't. He was just like analyzing everything. The water can't be God because the water is swallowed up by the earth, and the earth can't be God because the fire seems to be consuming stuff, but the fire can be put out by water. So that's when God spoke to him, when he was really really searching for God with all his heart at that moment. So by the time he destroyed the gods, he knew who the one true God is, because God had spoken to him. So what it says that Abraham was 50. Yeah, I explained that part already. Okay, so his father went to the king, and he was like, listen, my son was born to me a couple years ago, and like 50 years ago, and this boy is destroying my gods. Okay, isn't that crazy? That's so crazy. I'm sorry, but I be trying not to, I be trying to like everybody, but when you read this story, you be like, what kind of dude was Abraham's father? Like, you up here telling the king that your son is destroying some idols in your house, knowing that the kings back then was crazy. Okay, like I be thankful for my life. I need to post something about that. Okay, I be thankful for my life, because back then you could die just because the king went to sleep and woke up and had a dream. And so he woke up and had a dream. He's like, listen, I'm killing all of the anybody that's this age to this age got to die today, because last night I had a dream, and that was crazy. Okay, so yeah, the king was like, he went and told the king that his son was destroying his idols, and the king summons Abraham to come to the palace or whatever. And he was like, why are you destroying your your dad's gods, right? And he was like, these are not gods. Like, then just telling his side, right? I know the one true God. I know the true God. I know the true God, right? And Abraham had a I think it was his brother. Dang, man, I should have listen. Listen, okay. When I'm done with this, I'm gonna send y'all to the story so that y'all can piece them together, and yeah, okay. Because Abraham had a brother, and the king summons his brother to come to the palace as well, because the king was like, you're Abraham, you're the one that Abraham's father. It's a little hard for me to explain, but I'm going to. Okay, when Abraham was born, one star ate like three other stars in the sky. Okay, God used to give signs, and he still does give signs in the sky. Okay, with the stars. All right, so when the psychics or whatever saw that, the people that went to terrorists to see Abraham, because Abraham was born, there was like, there's a baby being born. When they saw that, they went and told the king that the stars did that when Abraham was born, and that was a sign that Abraham was going to overthrow him somehow. So the king ordered for Abraham to be killed. Okay, so he told Terah to bring Abraham to the palace when he was a baby. Okay, so Terah did not want his son Abraham to die, so he went and took one of his servants' babies. And when he brought the baby to the palace, the king took the baby and smashed the baby's head on the floor, because he thought that was Abraham. Okay, so now 50 years later, the king is remembering, and he told Terah, he said, didn't I tell you to bring this boy to me so that I could kill him? Who was that baby that you brought to me that I killed? Okay, I thought I killed Abraham. Okay, and his father Terah admitted that he had gave him that was one of my servants' babies. That wasn't really Abraham. Okay, so the king was like, so who told you to play that trick on me? Who told you to trick me like that and have me kill a servant's baby? Right? And Terah was scared, so he blamed it on his other son. He said, it was my other son that told me to do that, right? So he summons his other son to come to the palace. Okay, didn't ask him no questions, and he was like, I'm throwing you in the fire, and I'm throwing Abraham in the fire, right? And the other boy, Like, just imagine you finna get thrown in the fire because your father told a lie on you, bro. This trying to be crazy when you read these stories. You be like, this should be a movie. Like, this real life stuff, this true stuff is so much better than this garbage that's on TV. It's such a distraction. Okay, so yeah, so this boy, his heart was not right with the Most High. Okay, he was like, okay, he's gonna throw. Abraham was like, okay, I'm going in the fire. If it's meant for me to go in the fire, that's where I'm going. I'm going to the fire. But I know the Most High is God. I'm not gonna sit up here and say that God is wood and stone. And I love God. I trust God. Okay, but his brother that was gonna get thrown in the fire was like, okay, I don't really know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's going on, and I'm just scared. His heart was not right with the Most High. Okay, so they threw them in the fire. All right, and a whole bunch of people came out to see, children and everything. Children, people was hanging out the window to see Abraham get thrown in the fire. Okay, Abraham and his brother. When his brother got thrown in the fire, his brother burnt up. Okay, when Abraham got thrown in the fire, Abraham did not burn up. All right, matter of fact, Abraham was walking around in the fire. He was walking around in the fire for about 3 days. Okay, and the psychics and all the people, the security guards, they saw him and they went and they told the king. They was like, listen, Abraham is down there just walking around in the fire. He's not dead. Like, the cords that we used to tie him up are burnt up, but he's not burnt up. All right, and the king was like, "What? Let me see this." So he went down there and he saw Abraham burnt, walking in the fire, right? And he told his security guards, "Oh, well, if he can do that, y'all can do that. So y'all go in there and get him out of there, right?" So they tried to go in there and get him out of there, and a fire came out and burnt them up. Right? So he was like, oh my gosh, like, that's a consuming fire, because the Most High is a consuming fire. Okay? So he was like, let me call him out of there instead. Hey, Abraham! Abraham! Hey, come out the fire, man. Come on. You've been walking around there for 3 days and you're not dead yet. So I believe that your God is God. Okay? So you could go home to your father or whatever, right? So he let Abraham go home, okay? And I need to go back and read the story again, because I think that he like gave Abraham some gifts and stuff like that too. Okay, so and then it comes back. See, it's like the Book of Jasher and the Testament of Abraham are you gotta come back and read the other one and come back, okay? Because in the Testament of Abraham, it just skips to the part where his father is burnt up in the house with his idols, okay? So that's what happened. That's it. Just in the Bible, it just says that he just died, okay? But if you go read these other books, it'll tell you how they died, okay? They don't want you to know how they died because they don't want you to know the power of the Most High, all right? So yeah, Abraham's father burnt up in the house with his idols. Okay, so Abraham's life went on. All right, and it would be a bit tedious for me to explain. Like, he had Isaac, Isaac's son, and all this. I mean, he had Isaac. Isaac was his son, and then Abraham's death is also in the Testament of Abraham. Okay, so when it was time for Abraham to die, right, the angels and the Most High had a discussion. And the Most High was like, okay, it's time for Abraham to die now. I want him to come up here with me because he is my friend. Okay, you could be a friend of God. You could be a child of God. God really, really, really concerns us individually because he wanted Abraham to come be with him. Okay, so he sent an angel down there, and Abraham saw the angel coming towards him. All right, and he was like, I think it was, I don't know which angel it was, but just go back and read the Testament of Abraham, okay? So the angel was like, okay, Abraham, it's time for you to die, right? And he was like, I don't want to, what? I don't want to die. I don't want to die right now, okay? He was like, just didn't want to leave. And the angel was like, yeah, you got to leave now, so get ready, tell your family bye, get all your stuff together, leave bliss for your children, blah, blah. And Abraham was like, I don't want to die right now. I'm chilling, right? So the angel went back and he told God, he was like, Abraham said he doesn't want to die right now. he's chilling, right? Like he's such a righteous man that I don't want to sit up here and like make him upset, right? And God was like, man, listen, he's trying to hold on to all this worldly stuff. He doesn't understand that it's time for him to come up here to heaven with me, and that there's better stuff up here, right? So he sent the angel back, okay, and told Abraham, okay, and Abraham was like, okay, fine, but can I see the world before I die? Like, can I see everything before I die? So the angel went back and he asked God if he could see, if Abraham could see everything before he died. And God was like, yeah, go ahead, take him up in the chariot and let him see everything before he died. Okay, because there's signs and wonders in the sky. It's like the world is so wicked right now, though. But we do get to see this stuff. But when they put it on the news, they say that it was a UFO or something like that. But just some of that stuff be coming straight up from heaven. Okay. There's different realms and stuff up there. I'm telling you, listen to the Bible. Don't listen to the news. Okay, the news is a lie. All right. So he took Abraham up in the chariot. Okay, and when he took Abraham up in the chariot, Abraham was looking down on the world and looking down at the people, and he was all happy until he started to see some people sinning. Right? He was like, look at them people over there. Oh my gosh, look at them. You know what? And he was like, those people right there, some I think he saw some people stealing or something like that, and he was like, you know what, let some wild beast should just come out of the woods and just eat them. And when he said that, that's what happened. The wild beast came out of the woods and ate the people that were sitting. Okay, and he was like, look at those people over there. The earth should just swallow them up. They're over there just being vile and stuff. The earth should swallow them up. And when he said that, the earth opened up and swallowed those people up. Okay, so God was like, listen, bring Abraham from down there, because if he keeps doing this, he's gonna end up killing everybody in the earth. Okay, so because he has God, you like a piece of God. Okay, you can have the power of the Most High within you. Okay, you could be a true vessel for the Most High. They say that you gotta fast for 7 days and 7 fast, don't eat nothing. I haven't been able to do it yet, but if you fast for 7 days, then you can get closer to the Most High and be more of a vessel for the Most High. It's so hard to do that, but I don't know, y'all. I don't know. It's hard. Okay, I wish I could do that, but maybe one day I'll get the guts, or maybe one day I won't have no choice because they're taking all the food away. I don't know, but anyway. So the angel brought Abraham back down and went back to heaven and told and was like, okay, it's time for him to go now, right? Like, how you want me to do this, right? And God was like, I got it, right? So God called death, okay? And in the book of, in the Testament of Abraham, it says that death was shivering, like it was trembling before God, right? It was like, yeah, what's up? What you need me to do? Like, it's scared of God. Everything is scared of God. The whole creation is afraid of God except for humans. The water's afraid of God. The animals are afraid of God. The sun is afraid of God. Okay, everything's afraid of God except for humans. Okay, so death was like, what you need me to do? Okay, and God was like, I want you to go down there and get Abraham, right? And death was like, okay. Right, so death went down there to get Abraham, and he was like, okay, Abraham, it's time for you to go, according to God, right? And when Abraham saw death, he was like, you look really pretty, like, how come you don't, I heard that you was treacherous, that you look terrible. And he was like, I do look terrible to the wicked. I come in a terrible form to the wicked, but to the righteous, I come in a peaceful, beautiful form just like this, right? And he was like, oh, okay, that's cool, but I still don't want to die yet. I'm not ready yet. And Death was like, listen, when it's time for you to go, it's time for you to go. Okay, it don't matter if you're ready or not, right? And Abraham was like, okay, whatever, right? So Abraham was trying to walk away from Death, but Death followed him, right? Death followed him to his room. Death came to sit down and eat dinner with him. Death was being patient with him, right? And he was like, listen, man, okay, like, just show me how you look when you're not so treacherous. I mean, when you're not so beautiful. Like, show me how you look in your treacherous form. And Death was like, okay. So Death showed Abraham how he looked in his treacherous form. He opened up his you know how they be dressing and stuff. And Abraham saw all these wild animals. He saw just all this terrible stuff. Terrible ways to die. Right. And as a matter of fact, there was some servants around, and when he did that, they died. Okay. So that's what happened. Right. So Abraham was like, no, no, close it back up, close it back up, close all that back up, close all that back up. Okay, I'll die. All right. So they went into Abraham's room, and death took him. Death took him to God. Okay, because God was ready for Abraham to come up there and be with him. So that's where Abraham is now. And according to the Bible, when you die, you either go to hell, to the place of torments, or you go to the bosom of Abraham. It's a peaceful place. Okay, so right now we're choosing to which place we want to go. We're choosing whether we want our death to be treacherous or peaceful. We're choosing all that by the things that we're doing. Okay, so and the things that we're thinking in our heart. A lot of people say, well, why do good people die like this? Why do good people die like that? Because they could have been thinking something in their heart. Well, why do children die? Why do children die? Them children are with the Most High. Okay. You shouldn't look at death like it's a terrible thing all the time, because sometimes, I mean, first of all, everybody's going to die. Okay. And it's like if you're wicked, that's when you should be worried. All right. We need to be trying to get right with the Most High. Period. Okay. There's no way around it. There is no what way is around it. Okay, I just like my stomach just hurts so bad when I see people thinking that you could just live wicked, you could just talk wicked, you could just think wicked. It hurts, but I used to be there, but I'm telling you, there was always this little conscience in the back of my head that was like this voice in the back of my head that was like, what if you died today? Especially when you see other people die, when that person was just there, just yesterday. That's when you really start to be like, because if there's people that nobody close to them has died yet, so then they be thinking that it's not gonna happen today. But when you see how it can happen, how easily it can happen, you be like, I know my turn is coming. I know because she wasn't even thinking. She wouldn't even think. She thought she was just riding home with her boyfriend. She didn't think that they was gonna get in a high speed chase and that she was gonna crash into a wall. Okay, I'm telling you. So we got to read these books, y'all. Testament of Abraham, the Gospel of Thomas, and there's another one the other day that I was listening to when it was talking about the sun. And they tell you that the sun is just a big ball of gas, just burning millions away. That's what they said in these institutions. Okay, but that's not true, because if that was true, then how come the sun gives everything light? Like how come the sun gives everything life? You know what I mean? Like plants and stuff like that. How come, like, if it was just a big ball of gas, we probably wouldn't even be able to breathe. Okay, so that's a lie, man. They be lying. You hear me? Lying. All right? You have to read it for yourself, and you have to pray and ask the Most High what is true and what isn't. Okay, and the Most High revealed to me that these books, these non-canonical books or whatever, did I say that right?